Have you ever bought a bunch of fresh, green okra, only to find that after just a few days, it starts getting soft, discolored, and slimy? Don't worry. In this video, I'll share 4 incredibly simple ways to store okra that will keep it fresh and tasty for anywhere from 1 week all the way up to 6 months without losing its flavor. Okra, also known as lady's fingers, is a delicious and nutritious vegetable that's great for your health, but it spoils very easily if not stored properly. First, make sure you're choosing fresh okra. Look for stems that are still green, pods that aren't mushy, and when you snap the tip, it should make a crisp pop sound. You don't need to wash it right after buying. Washing it before storage can cause moisture buildup and lead to mold. Instead, use a dry paper towel or a clean cloth to gently wipe off any dirt. Trim the stems if needed, and let it air dry before starting with the methods below. Let's jump into the video. Method 1. First, prepare some newspaper or thick paper towels. Then, gently lay the okra on the paper and wrap it tightly. Wrapping the okra in moisture-absorbing material helps prevent condensation, the main cause of mold and sliminess during storage. Next, place the wrapped okra into a regular plastic bag, a Ziploc bag, or an airtight container. Make sure to seal the bag tightly to minimize exposure to outside air and humidity. It's best to store the okra in the refrigerator's crisper drawer, where the temperature remains stable. And one important note, if you notice the newspaper or towel becoming damp, replace it right away to avoid moisture buildup and extend the storage time. With this method, the okra will stay naturally tender and crisp for about 7 days, and if you manage the moisture well, it can even last up to a month. This method is incredibly simple, perfect for households without many special storage tools, and especially useful during okra's peak season like now. But if you want to store okra for much longer, not just for a few days, but for up to a whole year then, the second method will be the upgrade you're looking for. Method 2. First, wash the okra thoroughly. Place the okra in a large bowl, then add a bit of baking soda and a pinch of salt. Next, fill the bowl with clean water and gently stir to dissolve the ingredients. This step is extremely important because during growth, the surface of okra often collects dirt, bacteria, and possibly pesticide residues. Salt helps disinfect, while baking soda deeply cleans and removes leftover chemicals. If you don't have baking soda, you can use diluted vinegar as an alternative. After soaking for about 10 minutes, gently rub the okra pods against each other with your hands. This helps remove the fine fuzz and any dirt on the surface without damaging the pods. Just a light rub, and you'll notice the water turning cloudy and filled with debris. Then, rinse thoroughly under clean water several times to ensure all residue, dust, and fuzz are completely washed away. Once the okra is clean, let it dry completely. Then prepare a pot of boiling water. Blanch the okra for about 3 minutes, stir gently to ensure all pods are evenly heated. As soon as the blanching time is up, remove the okra and immediately transfer it into a bowl of ice water. This shock cooling step helps lock in the vibrant green color and immediately halts the cooking process, preventing the okra from becoming mushy during freezing. After cooling, take the okra out and let it dry thoroughly. Remember, only trim off the tough stem and tip, do not cut into the pod itself. Doing so will remove the natural slimy substance, which actually contains many nutrients. Many people mistakenly think the slime should be removed, but in fact, it's rich in vitamins and antioxidants that are beneficial for your health. Next, arrange the okra on a tray lined with parchment or wax paper. Spread them out evenly so the pods don't overlap. Then place the tray in the freezer for 2-3 hours to flash freeze the pods individually. Once they're frozen solid, you can transfer the okra to a Ziploc bag, squeeze out excess air before sealing, or use an airtight container for long-term storage. When you're ready to cook, you don't need to thaw the okra. Just take out the amount you need and cook it directly. Many people skip the blanching and ice bath steps, but these are exactly what prevent sliminess after freezing and help preserve nutrients during long-term storage. This is also the method used by restaurants and food processing facilities to stock okra year-round. Method 3. First, prepare a clean glass jar with a tight-fitting lid. Wash the jar, rinse it with boiling water to sterilize, and let it dry completely. Next, wash the okra, trim off any tough stems if needed, and let it dry thoroughly. Do not blanch or boil the okra beforehand, as that will reduce its crunchiness after pickling. Once the okra is dry, pack the pods into the jar. You can stand them upright or lay them sideways. Just make sure to pack them tightly to minimize empty space. Then, prepare a pickling brine by mixing 2 parts white vinegar, 1 part filtered water, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Bring the mixture to a boil on the stove until the salt and sugar dissolve completely. Then let it cool slightly. You can also add a few cloves of garlic, some slices of fresh chili, or a sprig of dill to enhance the flavor. When the brine is warm, not hot, slowly pour it into the jar, making sure it completely covers the okra. Use chopsticks or a spoon to gently press down and remove any remaining air bubbles. Seal the jar tightly and leave it at room temperature for about a day to allow slight fermentation. Then move it to the refrigerator for storage. After about 3-5 days, the okra will begin to develop a mild tang and can be eaten. Around days 7-10, the flavor becomes well balanced, not too sharp, not too soft, and it can be stored in the fridge for 1 to 2 months without spoiling, as long as the lid is sealed and no contamination occurs. But here's the interesting part most people don't expect. During the pickling process, the okra's natural sliminess almost completely disappears without the need for cooking or complex prep. The gentle tang of the vinegar combined with the okra's crunchiness creates an addictive side dish. Some families in the southern United States even consider this a favorite side item that's essential for backyard parties. If you've got a lot of fresh okra in season, try making 1 or 2 jars of pickles to change things up. Method 4. After bringing okra home, you shouldn't wash it right away, because moisture can cause it to become slimy and spoil faster. Instead, gently wipe off any surface dirt with a dry cloth. Then leave the okra in a well-ventilated area for about 30 minutes to air dry completely. Next, take a clean paper towel and loosely wrap 4 to 5 okra pods together. There's no need to wrap them too tightly, just enough to prevent the pods from rubbing against each other and to allow the paper towel to absorb moisture effectively. Once you've divided the okra into smaller bundles, you can place these bundles into Ziploc bags, regular plastic bags, or airtight plastic containers, whatever you have available at home. If using Ziploc or plastic bags, try to press out excess air before sealing. Then, store everything in the refrigerator, ideally in the crisper drawer, where the humidity is stable. Dividing the okra into small wrapped portions not only helps prevent bruising in the fridge, but also makes it more convenient to use. You can simply take out 1 small bundle at a time without having to open the whole batch. Plus, if one bundle shows signs of spoilage, the rest stay unaffected. With this method, okra can retain its freshness, crunch, and vibrant green color for 10 to 14 days, perfect for gradual use throughout the week or for prepping ahead for future meals. Have you ever tried any of these tips? Or do you have your own secret for keeping okra fresh that really works? Feel free to share it with me in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to show your support. And share it with your friends and family, especially those who go grocery shopping often but struggle with keeping vegetables from spoiling. And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more vegetable storage tips coming up. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. Wishing you delicious, budget-friendly, and inspiring meals right in your own kitchen. See you in the next video.